Hi, this is Chris from Crochet Recreations by Chris Loves Crochet, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to learn a stitch, or go over a stitch, remind you of a stitch, and it is the block stitch, and it's just the multiple of 2. If you are doing, I did a foundation single crochet because the first row is just single crochet. So I just did a foundation single crochet, and I did 10 for this sample. So if you want to do a chain and then do single crochet, then you do multiples of 2 plus 1. So that's what the difference is. And then you start in the second chain to do your single crochets across. Or you can do it in the foundation single crochet, and I'll put a link to it up on the top there with the exclamation, no, the I, with the I. So I have the foundation and I have the single crochet already, and I have multiples of 2, and I'm doing with 10. So the first thing we do is chain up 3, and we turn. Now this chain is a double crochet for this first stitch. So we go to the second stitch and we do a double crochet. Now this double crochet is going to act as the post for our block stitch, and we are going to do 4 times. We're going to yarn over, go in around that post, grab your yarn, pull it up, that's 1. Yarn over, go under, grab your yarn, pull it up, that's 2, 3, and 4. So we've got the chunk of yarn. Now what are we going to do? So we need to set it someplace. So you go into the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through, and then grab your yarn and pull it through all of the stitches on or all the wraps on your hook, all the hoops on your hook. So there's a block. Now we need another post. And so what we do is we go to the next single crochet, go in, grab some yarn. This loop up here, leave it. Just leave it, and it'll make it so much nicer. So we chain up 2 with leaving this loop right there, and then we yarn over and go through the 2 that are left. Isn't that nice? So we don't have that yarn that goes back down or anything. That's the way to do it. So we're going to do 4 times, yarn over, pull up yarn, 2, 3, 4. Go into the next single crochet, pull up yarn, yarn over, and pull through all of those loops. Now we're going to make another post, go into the next single crochet, pull up some yarn, and then leaving this loop alone, chain 2, and now yarn over and pull through both of those. Okay, so we've got 2 blocks. We just made another post for another block. I need to remind myself sometimes to make sure that these are a little bit looser so they don't end up being skinny blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. There we go. And we got 1 more to do. Go into that stitch, pull up a loop, leave this loop alone, and we're going to chain up 2, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. So we have the post for another one. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of the hoops on your hook. Now we're at the end. So we're still going to do, we leave this loop alone, we'll go into the last stitch, pull up a loop, chain 2, and yarn over and pull through both of them, including that top hoop. So that makes it nice and clean, without the way I learned it the first time is would leave a strand kind of out in the open. This one I like a lot better. So now we're just going to do single crochets across twice, 2 rows of single crochet. So I'm going to chain up 1, and that chain counts as the first stitch for this little doobopper there. So then I'm going to single crochet in the top of the box stitch, single crochet between the boxes in that space, single crochet in the box stitch, single crochet between the boxes, and you can see the V on the top here of that box stitch that we go into and do a single crochet, and then it's just in between them in the space. Then we go into this last box stitch, and we still need to, in order to keep our count, we need to go in between that box stitch and that last one, and then we single crochet, in the chain, single crochet. Okay, so there's our 4 box little tiny row, and then I'll show you how to do. So that was a one single crochet. Let's do another one. Chain up 1, that counts as a stitch, so we skip this first stitch, then we just single crochet across. So for each row of boxes you have 2 rows of single crochet, just to keep it nice and clean. And by doing 2 rows, you're doing these boxes from both sides, so this makes this piece of fabric double-sided. Isn't that nice? And don't forget that the chain was counted as a stitch. So you need to go into that single chain. You need to go into that single chain and do a single crochet. So you should have 10, including the chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still have 10 stitches across, which is good, because that's what we're supposed to have. So now we have 2 rows of single crochet. Let's do 1 more row, chain up 3 of boxes. Chain up 3, that just kind of stays on the side, and it counts as a double crochet, so we're not going to stitch in that first stitch. We're going to stitch in that second stitch and do a double crochet. And now this is the post for our box. So we yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, go under, pull up a loop, and 1 more time. And we've got 4. So we go to the next single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of them. Go to the next single crochet, forget this loop up here, pull up your yarn, and then chain 2, and then yarn over and pull through both of them. Now this is our post for the next box stitch, and we want to yarn over and pull up a loop 4 times. 3, 4. Try to keep them loose. And then we go into the next single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then we yarn over and pull through all of them. Then we just leave this separate, and we go into the next single crochet, grab your yarn, pull it up, do 2 chains, and then yarn over and pull through those 2. Okay, you getting it? 2, 3, 4. The next single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of it to make the box. The next single crochet, pull up a loop, make 2 chains, and now we're going to work with this and pull through both. Now we have room for 1 more box stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we go into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all. Sometimes you got to stop in the middle and make sure that you've got a nice clean loop on there and you haven't picked up any fuzzies from the other one. So that's that. And now remember, we had a chain 1 that counted as a stitch. So we're going to go into that chain 1, pull up a loop, chain 2. Now you're going to yarn over, pull through both. Chain 1, turn, that's a stitch. So our second single crochet goes in the top of the first block stitch. And then we go between the blocks, then on the top of the block. I think I've been calling them boxes all this time. I think they're supposed to be called blocks. Between, on top. Don't forget this in between, that last chain in the block. And then we do 1 single crochet in the chain. That's it. That's it. That's our little block stitch. Isn't that cute? You can do lots of things with that. You can make a purse out of that. You can make a throw out of that. Hey, if you get some, that would be a cool rug maybe. I don't know how you would do it it would be a square rectangle rug, but that would be cool. But it is double-sided because each time you do the block stitch, you're starting from the other side. So it's double-sided, which is a bonus. So that's the block stitch. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And hit the like button if you like. And please, if you have a choice, please choose happy. Thanks. Bye.